When was the last time you really gave your fridge a deep clean? I'm going to talk today and show you how to do just that. Start by removing everything from your refrigerator. I found that placing things in a basket and setting it on the counter was easiest. Once everything is out of the fridge, you can check expiration dates and get rid of anything that's expired or smells bad. Next, you'll want to remove all of the shelves so that you can clean those and the area behind them. Once the shelves are removed, set them aside. I used a handheld vacuum to get any crumbs off of the shelves to prevent a bigger mess on the floor. Now that everything's out, I sprayed the inside of the fridge with Force of Nature. It's my favorite multi-purpose cleaner. It's all natural and it kills 99% of bacteria. I find that using heavy-duty paper towels leaves behind the least amount of residue when I'm cleaning the fridge. Make sure that you spray and wipe every area. This is the part that takes a while. You never really realize how big the space is until it's time to clean. And when all of the drawers are in, you never realize just how dirty the space is or some of the messes that are there. I'm not really sure what's spilled in our fridge, but it really did need to be cleaned. I like to spray my cleaner generously to ensure that everything gets cleaned. Any household cleaner will work. I just like to use Force of Nature. Sweep crumbs to the front of the open fridge and into a pile and then into the trash. I had a bit of ice buildup, so I broke that up and wiped up a bit of water that remained. Once you've cleaned the inside walls, using warm soapy water, wash your fruit, veggie, and meat drawers. Rinse and dry completely. Also, you'll wash the glass shelves using warm soapy water, and this ensures any spills are completely cleaned. I used a straw cleaner to really get into the grooves of the shelves. A toothbrush would also work well for this. After cleaning the inside of your fridge and all of the shelves and drawers, it's time to put everything back together. It might take you a couple tries to get your shelf placement just right. Once you have the shelves where you want them, it's time to start filling the fridge back up. I gave my drawers a sniff so that I knew I was putting the veggie drawer back on the veggie side and the fruit drawer back on the fruit side. Even though they were clean, I was still able to tell which one was which. Sometimes celery leaves a strong, strong odor. You might have to close the doors every few minutes to quiet any door alarms that there might be on your fridge. Place the door shelves back in their place, and you're ready to restock. It also might take you a few tries to get your door shelves at the right height for your bottles, jars, and cans. I'm not sure my fridge has been this clean since we had it delivered a couple years ago. It's amazing what a few minutes will do. This is a great time to consider how you organize your refrigerator. If you don't organize it, it's a great time to start. Drinks go back on the drink shelf. We keep a variety of drinks all together. Fruit goes back in the fruit drawer. I like to use fruit storage bins and the fruit drawer specifically because it allows for humidity control. Dairy products go back on the shelf. And I took this opportunity to combine 2 packages of blueberries because they were both half full, and why do we need 2? We go through a lot of blueberries. Fresh veggies go back in the veggie bin. Most refrigerators have drawers for fruits and veggies that allow you to control the humidity to ensure that your fruits and veggies are kept fresh longer. Cheese goes back in the cheese bin. It's always fun to see how other people organize their refrigerator. What works for us might not be effective in your house. We like to keep breakfast food on a shelf by itself. Yogurts, leftover foods for breakfast. And then we have a shelf dedicated just to leftovers themselves. These little bottles have been in here for a while, and they'll probably be in here for a while longer. I just like the option to have them on hand if I get thirsty for an adult drink. Meat and eggs, back in the meat drawer. We keep a lot of lunch meat here, or any meat that I plan to use for meals in the coming days. We have a beverage shelf. Keep some bottles of water. Any tea or drink mixes that we might have, we like to keep on this shelf too. And back with the basket. You might have to move a shelf a time or two to make sure that it's at the right height for what you need. condiments all go back on the condiment shelf. And I put sauces and mixes on its own separate shelf as well. So back with the drink shelf. Oh, Parmesan cheese. We go through a lot of that in our house. Garlic too. Or I like to call it jarlic because it's garlic in a jar. Another trick that we have in our house is that everyone has their own shelf or drawer where if something's on that person's shelf, no one else in the house can eat it without permission. I have a shelf. My husband has a shelf. And our kids each have their own shelf. Everything is clean, organized, and in its place.